Yuji Itadori knew Higuruma had 100 points, maybe from killing 20 sorcerers. Attacking first would be risky. He decides to wait, letting Higuruma make a move, then counter. Higuruma activates his domain expansion, deadly sentencing. Fourth, suicide punishment. Yuji goes for a kick, but misses. Violence is banned here for both, Higuruma explains, though verbal attacks are allowed. The trial begins. The Shikigami judge man accuses Yuji, July 16, 2017, Las Vegas Casino, underage. Higuruma explains that inside the domain, Judge Man knows everything about a person but doesn't share it. Yuji must clear suspicion with one testimony. He can stay silent, confess, or deny. Lying counts as denial. Yuji realizes this domain isn't lethal. He recalls Tengen's words. Domains that are lethal have decreased because they require immense skill, giving him hope that Higuruma's domain might not be fatal. Rules are explained, both will testify. If guilty, the penalty is unknown and may depend on evidence. Yuji thinks about denying entry, claiming he only used the bathroom. He decides, I went in just to use the bathroom. Higuruma produces a photo of Yuji claiming a prize. Yuji's story doesn't hold. Entry under 18 broke the law. Minors can't be punished directly, but penalties exist. Yuji thinks any excuse would have failed. Higuruma says he should have claimed ignorance. Verdict, guilty. The domain vanishes. Yuji feels no harm. Higuruma hurls his hammer at Yuji. It grows midair and returns for another strike. He can dismiss, resize, and cancel Yuji's cursed energy, meaning Yuji's abilities are sealed. Despite this, Yuji's raw strength keeps him in the fight. Hammer strikes crash around him. Yuji kicks a bathtub toward Higuruma, who smashes it effortlessly. Another swing, massive. Yuji blocks it. Higuruma is shocked. It's like fighting an unbreakable doll. Yuji panics, realizing he needs a weakness. Then he remembers the trial mechanics and calls for a retrial. Both are transported back into the courtroom. Yuji demands a do-over. Judge Man accuses Yuji of mass murder in Shibuya on October 31, 2018. Yuji freezes, then admits guilt. Higuruma is shocked. Judge Man declares confiscation and death penalty. The story briefly flashes back to Higuruma before he became a lawyer. He was once asked if he wanted to become a judge instead, but he refused. Returning to the present, his hammer transforms into the executioner's sword, a weapon that guarantees death to anyone it cuts. First, Yuji's cursed energy is removed again, then Higuruma wields the sword. Reflecting on his past as a lawyer, Higuruma explains how seeing criminals and victims day after day made him cynical. People seemed weak and ugly no matter which side they stood on, and even acts of kindness often left only emptiness. Despite this, Yuji refuses to give up. He throws chairs and creates distractions, even tossing his hoodie and shirt to trick Higuruma during the fight. As they prepare their final attacks, Higuruma reflects on why he once rejected becoming a judge. He had claimed it was because he lacked ambition, but the truth was he had lost faith in people. Yuji's confession, however, shakes that belief. Higuruma reveals that he actually sees the evidence Judge Man receives before it is presented. Because of that, he already knew Sukuna was the one who committed the Shibuya massacre while possessing Yuji. Realizing Yuji is innocent, Higuruma makes the executioner's sword vanish at the last moment. Yuji's punch lands directly in Higuruma's chest, sending him crashing through the theater seats. Yuji is confused about why Higuruma stopped. Higuruma explains, using legal reasoning, that because Sukuna possessed Yuji's body at the time, Yuji lacked control and therefore cannot be held responsible. Yuji still blames himself, saying it was his fault for being too weak to stop it. But Higuruma says Yuji reminded him why he became a lawyer, to protect people who take responsibility instead of running from it. He tells Yuji to put his clothes back on and agrees to give him 100 points in the culling game. As Yuji dresses, Higuruma asks whether he has ever killed someone by his own will. Yuji admits that he has, and Higuruma reflects on his own past, standing over the bodies of a prosecutor and a judge who were responsible for a wrongful conviction. That moment shaped his bleak worldview. Still, he agrees to help Yuji by using his points to add a new rule to the culling game. Yuji asks him to join, but Higuruma refuses. Having already killed those legal officials, he plans to turn himself in after the culling game. For now, he stays on his own. Joining Yuji would only make him hate himself more.